Let's pop on as we're going live. Guys, I got awesome stuff to drop today. Hope I can get it done in the 2 hours. So, Dina, I'm going to do my best to to get it done. Um, but I promise you, before we get going, like everybody here, I promise you, I'm going to elevate your heartbeats by the time this is over. Like you're gonna be feeling it. I had
Yeah,
some epiphanies, and so I've been trying to get ready. Tanya's had to deal with me talking to myself all morning, and
you did that to me yesterday. My heart rate's been up since yesterday, by the way, so we can keep it going though. But you ever heard the RHIP?
no,
Rank has its privileges. Take as long as you want.
I like that. I don't recall hearing that before, but I like it.
That's the military, like snafu and all the other ones.
Maybe you should do a blogging page on it. You can refer people to it.
I'll do it on all of them. Snafu.
I like
Some of them you
Snap.
don't. Some of them you don't want to know.
Yeah, so that I don't remember. I was raised military, so I was with all the mechanics. I thought I learned all the freaking lingos. That one I don't
Never
remember
heard
though.
RHIP?
But mechanics don't like rank. They get pissed off. So that was different.
Yeah, medics and cooks and all the ones that say warrant officer instead of corporal to
Right.
yeah. They like rank.
Yeah.
We're the same rank or E5. No, no, no. You're a sergeant. I'm a warrant officer. That I outrank you. Yeah, well, you got our HIP. Take as long as you want.
All right,
Ready?
we're live.
Good morning, sissy.
You can let everybody in. There's Riley in this morning. He is just always so freaking happy. That Riley. Love it. Love it. All right. So let's see. I'm just gonna look at everybody in the my gallery view really quick. We'll go on there. Joe's nice having you back and nice getting your text. That made my morning. I think I got that this morning. That was awesome. All right, let's see, go through here. Um okay. Look at yes. Hello, Donna Doyle. Marty's always here. Todd Bradley. I'm just gonna put Nina Corbin, always good to see you in here. Thomas Fitzgerald, I have a bunch of the training today that's for you because of what's happening. Hello, Stacy. Scott Vanderstraeten. Yeah, you're gonna love today too. All right, let's see me go through here. And oh, look at everybody. Debbie Payne, Rose Farrell's back and going. Valerie Carson, I gotta redo your pages again. Let's see. Hello, Rhonda, James Bird. Peter Morley's back and going. Robert Armstrong, I told Tanya what you said. You're in trouble. Okay, let's see. All right, we'll go back to this. Let me go back to my other view here for the everybody that's on YouTube, and whether you're live catching it or you're catching the replay. I'm going to just tell you today. Today is a big explanation on how we grow and develop money wise, and it's going to be pretty impactful. But before I get going, I'm bringing my absolute better half, the stability behind me on, and she doesn't need an introduction really, but Tanya, I want you to come. Tanya's here. Like,
I concur.
look at that, you guys. I love her hair. I'm not going to tell you. It's amazing. All right, babe.
Doing something right now. That's the humidity here in Florida is out of this world. So right now, I think I'm becoming more accustomed with Florida, where I think they call it like there's five different stages of weather. One is called death. We're there. We're in it's death weather right now. It's so hot. You go out, you're choking on the humidity. But anyway, welcome you guys. I just wanted to say a quick hello to everybody. I'm here. I'm still around. I do want to say, you guys, if I'm not here, it doesn't mean I'm not here. I'm still always doing things from behind, but Rory says you guys need me, so I'm here if you need me. And we have so much going on with the Triple R. I've been studying and doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes as well, learning all the new programs. And I want to just tell you today, today is a big explanation on how we grow and develop money wise, and it's going to be pretty impactful. But before I get going, I'm If you guys don't know, my background is in mortgages and finance. And so this is all just fun times for me. I feel like I'm back riding the wave, and as it was in the back in the 80s, no, excuse me, the 90s and the 20s? No, the teens, the teens. You guys, life goes fast, and the older you get, the faster it goes by. But yeah, so I'm just excited. I'm excited, you guys, because I know the amount of money that you can make in finance. It it was how I provided for myself, and it was just an opportunity as well. I've always been there, and it's just an amazing opportunity. So I'm really excited that we're varying. You guys, the great thing about Triple R, well, there's a lot of great things about it, but one of the great things about it is we have this amazing leader. His name is Rory, if you haven't met him. And he's always looking out for you guys. A true leader is always looking ahead for the times to see what's going on, what's happening. Do we need to shift? Do we need to pivot in a different direction to make things better for the community? And that's what he does, right? And he goes, I've never in my life seen a man work as hard as he does to help and can give back and to continue to grow and put into people. And it's just so inspiring to see it. And, we have a lot of leaders here and a lot of leaders who do other things, but as well to help our community. And I'm very appreciative of them as well. I'm so appreciative of what Linda does for our Goya. She's just amazing. She truly is. And, I just cannot thank her enough. I'm so grateful for what Niall has done, leading the calls on Tuesdays and really showing that true leadership and showing up and being consistent. I'm so grateful for what Dina does to show sales and show how to reach out to people, how to bring them in, and how to work with others. She has a great skill set and how to shift people there, and she just shares that as well. So we have all these amazing people that really give so much of their time and their energy, and they're here for you. They're doing it for you, to help us grow, and we're just super grateful. And I'm especially grateful as well as had to step back a little bit. I've had a lot going on we've had a lot of things going on, but I've had a lot of health issues as well. And I appreciate all of those of you who have been giving me well wishes and telling me, keeping me in their prayers and all that. I really appreciate all you guys and your love and support. I don't talk about a lot of things like that because I want to be the positive focus for you guys, but I feel like sometimes you guys need to know that there's things that are happening behind the scenes as well. It doesn't mean we give up because we just work harder. And we just, pray a lot more. But sometimes that's what we need in our life. Sometimes we need the positivity. We need the direction of recommitting to God too, and our relationship with Him. And that's not a bad thing. But I want you guys to know, as we all of us are going through hard times, all of us have those struggles in our lives as well. But just remember, don't let anybody steal your ability to succeed. Don't let them steal your positive thoughts, your positive energy. People say things and they don't mean it. They're broken and they don't understand that sometimes they say things that affect people, and sometimes it affects them for days, weeks, and it kind of stops your momentum and your growth. But don't let that happen to you. Just know they're broken. They're just broken, and only you can control you, right? So just pray for forgiveness for them and to forgive them and move on and work more on you. Showing up for yourself is so important. It's how you show commitment to you, and you tell yourself that you're worth it as well. I think a lot of people don't think that they or feel like they are worth it, but you are worth it. You are worth success. You are worth happiness. So you just have to keep continuing to push forward and to find that time freedom that by building and growing an opportunity. And a lot of people will start a little bit and then they'll reach a little bit of an income, and then they think, oh, they start to self-sabotage themselves because they don't know what it's like to push past that level. They don't know what it's like. And so they stop. They stop, they do the busy work instead of the selling work. They don't do the things that are necessary to keep them going, keep them growing. And I just want you guys to take a moment to reevaluate yourselves, what you're doing, because a lot of you guys deserve props for yourselves. You guys deserve a lot of accolades for what you're doing and showing up for yourselves. And I think you guys forget that. You guys forget that what you're doing and how important it really is. And being here and being consistent, how much it helps others around you. And being full of positivity and not negativity is so important as well. And that's a community that my husband and I, we really want to build. We want that love and that community affection and to uplift and encourage one another. And so we're really trying hard to, be the leaders from the top down. And so I just wanted you guys to know I'm here. I'm always here. I'm just behind the scenes doing things. But Rory said he feels like we need another planning session where we can talk about our goals, talk about our schedules, kind of recommit to Triple R, because you guys, we are about to enter our busy season. August, September, like the middle of August, I think it is, on into September and October and November. Those are just hugely great months of growth. And so I feel like I think we would benefit from having a goal planning session where we start talking about our schedules, talk about our goals for the end of the year, kind of finish up the year strong. So Rory's asked me to come on next Saturday to do that kind of session. So I'm giving you guys notice. So y'all can put it on your calendars. You can tell anybody who you feel would benefit from having that kind of a training session. So they could be here next Saturday, and we'll go through we'll break down all the stuff. But just know, you guys, we love you. We appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given to Rory and I. But the biggest love and support you can give us truly is showing up for yourself and paying it forward. That's what we're all about, is paying it forward. So show up for yourself, do the due diligence that you need, and then continue to pay it forward. And you guys, don't forget that sometimes life gets hard, but you have to pray and recommit. You have to go to Christ. He's the only one that can help direct your life and give you the love that you need in your life. So I just want to say that I love you guys. I'm praying for you always. I'm always have you guys in my heart. And yeah, that's it, Rory. Back to you, I guess.
Um, Thanks, babe. And I told Robert, I told you to be in trouble. Like, and I told her, I said, Robert said, when's Sandy going to come on to the schedule? I'm like, it's about time. It's about time. I'll ask her. And so you guys can thank Robert as well, because he was like, and I was like, and I've heard it from other people too. Like, when's Sandy going to come back on and do all that? And you guys, we know you need the help to organize. And I'm going to help you guys organize this big drop we gave you guys with Evolve. Like, how do we get that to work? Tanya's going to cover that in the time blocking too, because you just got to figure out a time when to do it. There's a sequence on how you do everything. Busy people get things done. The reason why they're so busy is because they're organizing their time. They don't have time for bullshit. They don't make time for bullshit. In fact, we make time to avoid anything negative because it's going to draw us down. And you know what? As you go through life, and I'm a lot of self-reflection. Like I go through, like, high school years and everything else. Because I don't hang around with anybody from high school. Now I keep communication with the very few that have done very good, and they're positive, energetic people. But as you weed out people that aren't going where you want to go, that aren't doing what you want to be doing, it does make your life better. Our environment impacts who we are. And sometimes you got to eliminate close family relationships that are supposed to be close because they might be toxic. I've got my share, right? And the thing about it is when you do it and you break free from those weights, you can still be there loving and doing stuff, but if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of anybody else. And so you've got to put you first. And a lot of us are nurturers, and we will take care of everybody but ourselves first. And I watch it with other personality types too. Family. You want to be a great mom, you want to be a great grandmother, you want to be a great grandfather, you want to be a great dad, and you balance out those priorities. But you got to find time to take care of you and your dreams first, or else you really can't help everybody else. I'm just gonna put that out there as my throw out for the day. Now let's get to work. Yes, I'm dying to show you guys this. The hardest thing I've always had to do is, I get these amazing creative directions, we get these amazing products, but how do I convey to the family here how that is supposed to be translated into the work we do and the results we get? Like, I see it, I know what I'm going to go do, but how do I convey that to you? And we do it in trainings, and I feel like I'm getting better and better at it, in these decades of doing it. But today we're going to do it in a way where you guys can participate in this, because our session 2 is getting a major update. And I also don't want to do it in a way where it overwhelms the new student coming in. Because so I mean, I was in I don't know, a good hour-long dialogue with myself about this today, on how I was going to train this morning. on this, and I think I got it figured out. All right, you guys help me on the buttons. I know we have people that they come in throughout it. You guys, today's massive. Okay, you guys, next Saturday, you guys get ready for some great scheduling and understanding. Some of you may be hearing this for the second or a third time, and it might click in. Um, I was raised with a mother that made lists of lists and calendared everything. And I grew up with a structure that was passed on down from her parents and my grandparents. I got to tell you, like, I never resented it. I always like, but it enabled me to get a lot of stuff done. But one of the things it allowed me to do was I scheduled school time to where I just knocked it out. And man, okay, inspirational. I'm going to go down this before I get started. I was raised to take the stuff you don't like, stuff that is a challenge to you, and just get it out of the way so you can do the fun stuff of your day. So schedule it to where you just knock it out. Okay. I watched Tanya do this with like the house chores. She's organized, she's getting this stuff done so that she can value her time and do the things that she wants to do or get accomplished, or, you know, balance out whatever she's doing. But I'm just going to tell you, like, and I was thinking about this in relationship to the task we have, like I thrive on BRTs. I love talking to new people, right? And I've made that something I just really enjoy doing. But doing the actual, V marketing and sending the text and all that, I try to get that out of the way for the week, push that out there, create this stem that's out there. So I create those conversations. Like I just want to be on the phone. That's what I like to do. I want to be on the phone. I want to be on the phone. I want to be on Zooms. I had a great student, and I don't think she's on today because she had an engagement with her family, and so I won't say her name, but she struggles with computers. Like no one's really taught her how to do all that stuff. And I got her to get a new computer like a couple weeks ago. And then she was hoping that her family would help her get her email. I mean, just adding Gmail to it, getting the browsers going, all those things. And we spent a lot of time to get that done yesterday, and it was very enjoyable. Like it was like this is a person that needed this, got left behind in the career path of not needing a computer where she was, and just being out of it. And it's like, I like that component that we do, right? I like to get somebody set up on that, and then we're gonna empower her how to do all this stuff. Anyway, I'm just gonna just segue. If you have things you don't like to do, find a way to get them organized where they're out of the way in a time in a time zone area that allows you to do what you need to do. Right. So maybe you wake up in the morning, you get the laundry going, you do this, you do that. Those types of things Tanya's amazing at. And and then you got your stuff that you got to do. And if she's got stuff in the afternoon she wants to do, she's got her hobbies she loves. She schedules when she gets to do that. And it's amazing to watch it happen.
It's also only if I get certain things done, guys. I got to get the money things done. So if you get money things done, you reward yourself by doing fun things. That's just the way it is. But sometimes you have to do the things you don't want to do. But guess what? It makes you better, and it makes you a better person too. Like I know some people are so afraid of that call, to call. It makes, I mean, what do you say, Rory? It weighs like 1,000 pounds, that phone, which obviously
5,000 pounds. I mean,
it's,
you might as well
it's a
get, you might as well
computer,
just,
so it doesn't weigh any, you're not putting it to your face anyway. But the problem is that you get so much better, and nobody cares if you mess up. And it's why would you stop yourself short of doing something that would make you achieve, and you guys are allowing that. So I just want you guys to know, just try something new this week. Try to push yourself through it, because nobody cares. Nobody knows it's your first or second time on the phones. No one cares. The only one who cares is you. So care enough to keep going, getting better. That's what it's all about.
I'll tell you what's really good about this today is, because like we dropped the Evolve partnership on everybody because when that's something we've been working on for a long time. It was ready. We wanted to go. I was waiting for it to be ready. So we pushed that out there, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like I just probably upset everybody's apple cart on what do I do with my day? How does that work? How much time do I spend on this? Oh my gosh, how do I do this and that? And to me, it wasn't even a worry because I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna reprioritize my stuff. This time will become that time. I'm gonna just roll it in there. It's second nature because it's how I live. And I realize we don't all live that way. And Tanya's going to come on next week and help people adjust towards that. It's an adjustment, but it's such a happier adjustment. I look at my life and I've planned out everything. I mean, even in my teenage years, I mean, I had my days were all planned out. I knew what I was doing. No one ever asked, "What are you doing?" I don't know. No, I'm doing this, and this. This is my day. My days were already planned out. I was raised that way. I actually didn't know different. I mean, very grateful to my mother for this trait that was passed on down. But like, if I was gonna go play football, I knew it was scheduled. I'm gonna go play football with the guys, and then I'm gonna go do this. And my schoolwork was always planned to get done. And I would plan ahead. Like I would just knock things out. I just had everything just in a really good rhythm, and it allowed me to do a lot. It allowed me to have businesses and be in school. It allowed me to be active in I would call it the neighborhood sports. It's another story, but I could do everything I wanted to do and still accomplish the drive and need to create that revenue and build the business stuff because I timed everything out. Everything was, what do you call it now? It's like schedule block. What do you call that, babe? The
Time blocking?
time blocking. I didn't know that was even a term back then. I just knew that I needed to schedule my day, get the stuff I wanted in, or it wasn't going to happen. I didn't just randomly go around and just hang out. In fact, I didn't like to just kick back and do stuff. If I was going to sit there and MTV was a big thing. If I was going to watch MTV and they're like, we want to watch MTV, I said, great, I'll be at your house at 11 o'clock. I'd go watch MTV from 11 to like 1 a.m. because my schoolwork was done, everything else was done, and I could go relax and kick back. That was scheduled time to kick back. And then I back to the routine, bed, school, work, all the stuff that I was doing, it was all organized. So I was realizing that when I add something, it makes it really good because when you're a creative person, a lot of times you come up with really good ideas, but it's execution that matters. And I learned how to execute with great mentors. And because I have these ideas like, well, how are you going to execute it? Oh, okay, well, I'll put a plan out how I'm going to execute it. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And that became a rhythm of my life. So when I add something, it's always been a circular thing. I had to make a circular direction. When I remember, I talked to Niall and I said, like, you want to make $50,000 a month. It's easier to make 1,000 on 50 different things than it is to try to do it all in one thing because it's like everything has a capacity. Everything has a capacity. And that was just me adding to that. And I think a lot of people are like, well, how do you focus on that? You put all your time to make this one work. How do you make the other ones work? Well, it's because I just I get the time and I maximize the time I can get out of it. And I just go and add the next thing. I figure it out. So we're going to walk through that process with adding Evolve to this so that you guys aren't overwhelmed on where do I spend my time and then don't do nothing. This is the most common thing people do. And I know, I get it. There's great stuff and great stuff and great stuff. You don't know where to start. It's easy to go down a rabbit hole. And then your day's gone and you didn't do anything. And you might even feel productive. You might have, got on a tangent here and you went and did this and even good stuff. Like maybe you built a PBS page all day long, but you didn't do your remarketing. You didn't do any type of outreach. You didn't do anything to let the systems flow and make them happen. And then we have a very fundamental thing. And we need to talk about it before I go into this. And it's something you guys all need to understand. And I guess I have not spent enough time on this topic. All right. On my awesome chat GPT generated Zoom background here, I have my lion right in the book. Okay. The lion is the marketer of the animal kingdom. Okay, and I'm going to stress this, and it's why it's my thing. It's something that's always resonated with me, and I had a really good mentor, aim me in this direction. And I've always liked lions. He's like, I think he's like lions because of the marketer of the animal kingdom. I'm like, what do you mean they're the marketer of the animal kingdom? I didn't come up with this on my own, so I'm gonna let you guys know. Um, but I was always like. I have all sorts of lion paraphernalia in that I've collected over the years, give away a lot of it, and it's something I'll carry with me just based on what it is, right? It's a very people see that lion and its perception is huge, right? It's got that beautiful mane, and for the prey it means death, right? The prey means death, okay, and and yet the lioness. They're the ones that do all the work. They are the ones that literally do the killing. right? So the lion goes up on the like on a big ridge or on the top of the plains, right? The lions aren't like in mountains, right? They go up on the big ridge and look down upon the like the watering hole where all the prey are, right? And they see that lion and go the opposite direction right into where the lionesses are. It's a very skilled, natural instinct process. And what he's doing is basically the same thing we do in marketing is we want to bring people to us. We want people coming to us that want what we have. Right now, in that example, they're seeing fear, bigger than life mane, roar of a lion, and they're like gonna go the opposite direction of it. Right. And the lionesses have less work to do because they don't have to chase it down. So the prey's coming at them. They almost get their pick. They get them pick off the weakest link of the caribou or whatever's running from the marketing source. And understanding that as a term, I like the lion even more because the lion literally gets to use brain and mentality over strength and agility, which it has as well, right? And then it can help feed the entire pride, not just himself, right? So I bring this up because I'm realizing this. If you don't see through the eyes of a marketer primarily, like that's not your first vision, anytime something new is given to you, you're thinking, oh, that's more work. I got to do this. I got to do that. When you should be thinking of, oh, how are we going to attract that? What are we going to do to bring that in? What do I need to do to be the lion in this situation to drive the consumer or the client to us through the marketing that we've already been learning here at Triple R247? So that's what we're going to focus on is how do we make that happen? All right. Now, I've been waiting to get this launched. Let's go through the stages, right? We threw the MSIs into, I throw the MSIs into the fire. I think every single MSI we have has been thrown in the fire by me at least 10 times, maybe more, right? I just throw you in the fire. We're going to get through it and you're going to go through a lot of learning and gravitate it. And I'm going to stress this. If you like a leadership role and you're trying and you want to help more and more people, you want to do everything you can to become an MSI. Tanya and I put something forth, and you know what's scary about putting something forward? You put focus on something, you make it happen, right? You put focus on something, it's going to happen. You put purpose and you put very strong intentions with actions behind them. It's going to happen. And one of the things we set forth to do, and it's been a couple of years now, is how do we increase what the MSIs can make to help us run this right? How can we benefit their time and value to maximize what they're doing to help them help us to grow this? Like we can't help millions of families by ourselves. We've got to have a leadership team that's massive. And we got to have, and I'll use the term generals on the war side is like we need generals. So when we're going to battle, guys, we're battling all sorts of things in the world that are just negative. There's so many things that we have to go against to build a positive atmosphere. I mean, just to have the core values operate here is a daily struggle. And it's going to be that way. Anytime you're doing something amazing, there's always going to be friction against it. There's always good and evil, right? There's always a balance. There's not just all good, plentiful. There isn't. There's a balance. So if you're going to create a lot of good, you got to be ready for that friction. And you're going to have friction with people in their self-growth and they're limiting themselves and then breaking through and them carrying, issues even with spouses. I mean, I have so many students who are always like, I'm doing all this. And then, and my husband or my wife, they're just like, they're not for this. They don't want to support me. That's something you got to battle. That's a relationship thing. You got to help grow. Right. And we help people grow and go through stuff, but it's not going to be easy. It's friction. And part of that friction is how you grow. And I've heard all the analogies, right? Like, steel is made from just pure torture on that metal, right? It's just being tortured over and over again to become strong. Nothing becomes strong without friction, something going against it. It's a natural thing. I mean, there's probably some law to it. And it's just a universal thing. If it was, we got to go through all that. Well, I'm going to be pushing people's comfort zones. I don't even apologize for it. If you want to grow, you want to create that person that deserves to make millions of dollars a year, you're going to need to freaking grow. And you're not going to grow the easy way. I don't know any easy way. I don't know any shortcut. It's just you struggle through it. You got to grow and understand it here. You got to feel it here. And you got to balance out all the emotional stuff that comes at it and everything you've grown up with and everything that you used to believe. And now you have to adapt to believe because there's so many changes to growing. So, when I know there's pressures going on and I hear it and you're like, well, you're growing. It's going to come. When I worry is when people are just doing everything right and everything's going full. You're like, okay, they get this, but man, what's going to happen when they hit that? They're going to hit a wall soon. So you just get ready. And the only way to power through it is to power through it. And but you're gonna find a wall in life. Like there's gonna be something that's gonna get in your way eventually. And how do you deal with it? Right. And this is where that RRR comes in, right? Something's gonna knock you off your path today. Reset, refocus, recommit, get back on fast. You got to make sure you got to put yourself first and say yes to you and no to something else and as soon as you can, get back on track. And so all that being said, I'm gonna go spell this thing out. We're gonna make it part of the session two, and then I got to do a new video. So we're not gonna roll it out yet. Like I don't want to change the course of what's happening. I've already made small modifications in session two on the writing, so when people actually read it, most people just watch the video and go. But I'm going to be cleaning things up. So let's just go to that right now. Tanny, did you want to add anything to this? Usually when I go a deep dive like this, you and I go back and forth, and sometimes we have a fire drill of things we say back and forth. Did you have anything to add before I go to the classroom?
No, I mean, you covered it well. We're not made to be comfortable. We're made to move and push forward and grow and continue. If we're comfortable too long, we're not in the right spot, guys. It doesn't mean we can't find joy and have joy. We absolutely can, but we still need to be pushing and growing. It's just part of our life's challenge here on earth. It's meant to bring us close. Whenever there's an area that you're like struggling in, it's because something is telling you you need to grow there. And I just read the Bible verse that like the Spirit will nudge you in a sharp way, kind of prick you a little bit to help you to know you need to change path, where the other doesn't. It makes you feel happy and calm, and you need to stay where you are. But we need to continue to develop and grow and to get better. That's what we're here for. So I mean, you guys just find the joy in the things that you have and push forward through growth for all things. All things you need to reassess once in a while and say, hey, do I need to change something here? And then pause and wait to feel it. And if you do, then move forward. And you need to write that goal and move forward. So that's it. It's all about making yourself a better person and moving out of it. And you guys, it really starts with your mind. It starts with having positive mentality. And if people are coming at you, because I get a lot, Roy gets a lot. I know Niall and Linda, I know for sure. Dina get it a lot, where people come at them because we don't complain down, right? We complain up. And sometimes you need to reset yourself, and you need to realize that that it's not about complaining. It's about just shifting your view. And hopefully they're doing that for you, but just remember, you just need to shift your view a little bit. What if it's really not there? And I love the thing Roy always says is it's a what if. It's just a what if. What if it is good? What if it isn't? Just work with what you have and move forward and ask God for direction, and all things will be good for you. So that's all I have to say. I always said too much. Love y'all. I'll be here next week to help you guys with your schedules, to help you guys with your goals, and to like help you figure out a path to push forward for the rest of the year.
I got a surprise that just got done. So let me save this in our PBS folder. Um, Dropbox. And thanks, babe.
Wait, I thought you were Babe.
Okay, let's share this. Let me move this over there. Let's get this going. All right, so I'm in Rory 3. We're gonna be working on this one in just momentarily. I'm gonna go into RRR247 and I'm gonna go into session 2. And I said I've been making updates. You guys, in session 2, like with what we just added and everything that's going on, it just I need to spell it out better. It's better than what it is. So we got to do a better job of that. So I'm gonna modify this, but I'm gonna show you guys. I'm not ready to roll this out because I mean, guys, we have session 1s and session 2s happening every single day, right? And I don't want to roll this out until this video is done. So it's good enough as it is. It's working just fine, but I want to improve it for the future, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to right click, open link in a new tab. I'm going to go new page. I don't like how that looked. Hold on, let me do that again. New page. Is it the same? There we go. Okay, new page. I'm going to come here. I'm going to edit the page, the session 2 page. I'm not going to be my autosave. I already did that. I'm going to go here to the 3 dots, code editor. I'm going to grab all of this, right? I'm going to go to the new page. I'm going to paste all of it there. So I have that to work from and modify, right? And I'm just going to call this holding session 2 because I'm going to work on it. And when I update it, I'll update it over and then we just keep going in the rhythm we always go in, right? So I'll go ahead and just publish this too. So it's live. So I can review it and look at it. Okay. And it's done. So this session 2 here, I'm going to leave it alone. I made some changes, I made some modifications, and I'm going to rebuild it in another page. And then what I'll literally do is delete session 2, change this to session 2 page, and it'll instantly do all that. Or what I'll probably do is copy this over and replace it over this. Just so it doesn't change any of the links or anything that's like that. That's what I'll do. I'll keep this as the session 2 page, just change the content. But this content's here. I'm going to close this one. I'm not even looking at it. I don't even want to touch it. We're in this one. And I'm going to go down here. Now I got this image that we built, right? How long have I been muted?
I didn't know you were muted. You were just talking.
Okay. So this happened. Okay. So thanks, Linda. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be spelling this out, right? And we're making changes. And I can walk you guys through those changes. They're kind of already underway, but we're gonna spell it out in here so it's not as confusing. So Brain Food Academy, we're going to courses. We're gonna just be selling them as courses. So I know that's coming. So I'm gonna go ahead and build that into this. And the teacher-led training. I think we're a ways from that. It's something that I know, like the right partnership. We have some things that we're working on, and we can always adapt that later. But what we can do now is we're going to be selling sessions, and there's some things that are being built on that. Daniel's been very, very busy on back end stuff, and we're going to have that learning management system for that. It's being adapted to the Brain Food Academy. You guys, I mean, we're adapting, right? We went into a realm that we felt inspired to go. We're adapting to it. However, I need to change this out and add more stuff to it. Now we got the whole real estate stuff, which also has a learning management system to it as well. Basically, courses and training specific for that. Now it's circularly built the way that I'm going to build everything, meaning if Evolve is totally connected to Triple R. In case you guys haven't heard that 1,000 times already, we did an amazing job, and we are stressing all sorts of things out and growth with it, and it'll settle down and it'll become part of a rhythm. But what's going to happen is I need to spell it out here, right? So this is the same. We come down here, but this picture, it's different. it's different, and I almost want to, it's a different picture, and I'm going to work on the graphic of it to spell it out differently. But the center of everything we do is our PBS, right? And we have anchor number one, and the anchor number two, and the anchor number three. And anchor number two has so much in it now. The PBS Vortex, we're just constantly adding value, value, value to us, and revenues and revenue sharing into it. And the evolve process is part of that. It's a big part of it now because guys, we just got a raise on what we get paid. We've established it, and we did it at the same time we're learning. So we threw everybody, hey, go learn this because it's going to be part of the rhythm, right? But how do you explain the process of everything building? And I like to do it in a visual, and then modify this, right? So we got Velavita. We're building we get people in the Velavita. We build the Vortex. We do Savings Highway Global. And then, and I'll put a note on here, guys. Just while we're here, you guys, Savings Highway Global, they're their own company, right? We market this, but they're going to have trainings and things they do on their own that we don't necessarily need to go to. Like it's good to learn about the stuff, but if they're offering marketing, nobody has what Triple R has. Remember, Tanya and I are funding your marketing, all right? And we know it's proven. So if you see anything marketing over there, I'm just gonna speak this out there just so it's said for me. I'm not doing any of it. I don't see any value to it other than spending money on something that's not proven. All right. Not all these companies get everything. We are a huge part of their business, but it's built on our marketing. There is no better way to market than what we already do. If there was, people would be growing with it. They're not. And people are begging for help, so they bring something to the table. They want to go do SMS. You know what? We already knew SMS was the way to go. It's not a secret, right? We already been doing it. We've been doing it for years, right? We already have all of that. We don't need to go and dive on somebody else that's trying to build something that's literally decades away from what we've already built here. I'm just gonna put that out there. If you don't hear me say go do this, and it's not passed on down from the MSIs, don't do it in anything we do. Because we are just different, right? We have marketing that others just don't have. So they're going to have to go figure things out another way, and they're going to support that. It's roads that we don't need to go on. It's a waste. I promise you. I sadly, I mean, and if it worked and they had it proven out, we'd be all over it. But most companies are constantly trying to find a way to grow, constantly find a way to market. They don't have it all figured out. And they go through these guinea pig processes and everything else. We've just done it a long time ago, decades ago, and we've been able to carry it forward. No one has that but us. We don't need to look for additional marketing. We can't even keep up with what we currently have. Okay, a problem no one else really has. You can talk to many companies. Do you have more marketing you can handle? No, we do. We do. I mean, it's amazing. But I'm gonna come down here. We go through this whole process. Building your business, method two, and then the structure. I think I need to do it down here because we got the leadership side to grow. This stuff is all good. That's all great how I spell that out. This monthly overhead, this is all wrong. It's better than this. So I got to spell that out differently. It's really like 180 a month. And I'm going to spell out how and how to do it all and be very smart about it. Because bottom line costs, I mean, that this freaks people out if they don't understand business well. So the lower this is and more they understand it and how to maximize it, the better it is. I mean, and we don't do anything based on the power of the IBO and what it's going to do for people because not everybody can do the IBO, but the IBO changes everything, right? 750 a month income, you can afford to build your business with us. You can afford that and paying bills. Like, so if you can do the IBO, great. But those that can't do the IBO, it's got to work for everybody. And we can only do the IBO in the US anyway, right? It's a special thing here. There's just whatever we can do in all the different areas, we will, but just go through here. So here's all these things that's here, the marketing costs, go through it. I think I need to do it down here, right? So I got my disclaimer. In between the disclaimer, I'm going to just start spelling it out there. So I'm gonna start spelling it out. Um, all right, so this is the machine that runs. Now I'm gonna pause for a second here. We have this incredible, and I don't know if you want to call it a carrot, but we have this big, huge thing of the big money that can be made in the multifamily real estate niche, and it's big money. Okay, now there's a lot of education that needs to be had. There's a lot of learning curve, which we're going to be providing. All right, but it's, and I got to say this, I've had several people come to me and say, Rory, I can't do both. And you're like, no, you have to do both. You're missing the whole point of this circular build. And then I got to just step back and realize that's our job to teach them and let them understand why we do a circular build. The world wouldn't teach you this, right? Their parents didn't do a circular build. Most people don't understand the circular building. I'm an anomaly when it comes to that. And we've been able to teach everybody here how to do that, right? We're able to do all of this. And so I mean, and so but that's what I got to convey is why do we build it that way? Why does it have to be that way? And this will help everybody understand processes and organizing your day and doing the right things, right? So I'm gonna make this, I'm just gonna make that big for right now. You guys know I'm gonna go blue. And I'm gonna catch this all up and aim this, but this is gonna end up being one of the biggest explanations of what to do and how to drive forward. And it's also gonna help a lot of people see why we get to sign up in these things, why urgency is important, why getting things in motions is good. And I'm just gonna spell it out. Like I spell it out to all my students over and over and over again, but I didn't have it drawn out. We gotta, and I always say this, like I teach three ways, which means we all should teach three ways. Audibly, we talk about it. Visually, you're going to see it repeated in videos and graphically, so that you hear it repeated, but in that setting. So audible, visual, and then hands-on, right? We do it by doing it together. We lead by example, right? Like there's no one that can say, "Hey, I don't want to do V marketing because Roy doesn't do it. Why should I do what he doesn't do?" No, I do it all day long. No one can say I don't do V marketing. I crank it, right? And I'm constantly working to perfect it, streamline my time, make it more efficient. I mean, I got some new tweaks to share with you guys already because it's getting better and better the more I do it and figure things out, right? Constantly looking to make it easier, better, and I'm going to throw out a thing here, guys. Wanda Palintz, is she on here? Is she on here? I know she has a working schedule. She has like every possible excuse why she can't do V marketing because her time, but she makes it work. I mean, she gives me sometimes five every single day. Wanda is
If
not like she's working today. And she'll catch the replay because she'll fill stuff in. But I'm gonna so she can hear this. You guys, she came up with something on her own, which typically, I like watch the system, but you guys, I gotta share it today. If we have time. If not, now you know what it is, and you guys can share it in the V marketing time. And it's getting people to actually call me on their appointment time for BRTs.
I shared it with my team yesterday or day before, whenever you first
So
posted
I'm not going to share it here. You guys can share it in the V marketing hour because it's just like little tweaks. It's a little tweaks sometimes changes everything. But we don't create. You don't see those till you actually work on it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me go back here. Um, get your PBS anchor set up. Now, what's good about, yeah, you guys, we talk about a lot of things, and I've been really saying things a little bit differently and really trying to tweak it in the presentation. And when it's something that's very powerful and works, words are amazing, right? And when you can find the right way to relay or convey the message, that's the most important thing. It's how you say it, the tonology behind it that gets people to understand it versus not understand it. And it's constantly evolving because I'm constantly trying to find a way to get more people to understand it. So I've got things to do, but what's really good about this is session two. Mark my words right now, when session two, the new session two is done, it's just going to make our jobs even easier. And that's what my job is as a leader here and understanding the marketing is if I can make the presentations do all the heavy lifting, that's proper marketing, right? Every one of us that's being an instructor should just be taking orders. Nope, let's get you set up and get going because they already understand it. You shouldn't have to sell them on why they sign up in Bella Vita. You should have to sell them on why they sign up in the Vortex. You shouldn't have to sell them on why they have to do SHG. They should just be going, yep, oh, I get it, let's do it. And you're just going to sign them up and do the work. Help them modify the links. You're an order taker. If you're doing anything that sells where you have to talk them in why they have to do it, then I didn't do my job right. And it's kind of what I do. So I'm looking at this like, how do I spell this out even more so that they understand it, so that the marketing's even better, right? And proper marketing not only tells them what's in it for them, which is what we're going to be doing, but it's going to answer every possible objection or question they're going to have along the way, right? And so I'm going to make sure that this next version does that even better. And I have a lot of feedback. I thought it was, I mean, when we first put out session two, it was a game changer. Well, doesn't mean I don't keep making it better. I listen to feedback and I'm like, oh, I could represent that better. And now that we just added this evolve thing, I'm like, oh, well, this is an opportunity for me to even spell it out even more and what the purpose of that is and what that means to the least common denominator, right? The person that can barely get into this. What does that do for them? And if I can answer that, then anybody that obviously has more business mindset is going to get it even easier. So you got to answer it for everybody in a good presentation. And that's what we're building here. And this is going to make it so much more impactful on their understanding and getting in and getting going and sticking the course. Sticking the course. That's our look at what are our biggest problems that we have, right? And when there's a problem, you can say, yeah, I can't fix that. That's up on that person. But I always go like, what can I do to be better? Right? It's a Jim Rohn thing, actually. I should give him full credit for it every time I say, what can I do to be better? Because the way that I was raised before I got involved in a lot of this motivational understanding, right? And I look at it all yes, I've spent, and if you I mean time, my businesses, everything is spent to be around the motivational understanding. It's a lot of money and a lot of time, and it was priceless. And it's really bled into who I am and how I believe and how I go forward and how I carry things. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, anytime there's something that's like, oh, as soon as I hear an excuse, I'm like, that's my key to be better, right? Like, oh, I don't understand it. I don't have time. I can't do both. All these things. I'm like, oh, wait a second. I got to do something better. What can I do better to present this so people understand the way it's supposed to work? And the way that because they don't know, right? They don't know what they don't know, right? It comes like, what can I do to be better? Not, oh, yeah, that's a valid excuse. Oh, yeah, it doesn't work for some people. No, it should work for everybody. Not everybody understands something. So how do I convey it so they understand it? Right? How can I be better? How can I make the system better? How can I make the presentation better? Not, oh, yeah, that's a valid excuse. No, what can I do to make it better? Excuses are amazing, right? Everybody's got one. Everybody has valid ones they can utilize, and everybody can give up on their dreams for those excuses. And then everybody around them say, "Yeah, that's a valid excuse." Yep, but they also get to say, "Hey, I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to build past it. How can I make it happen and solve this and that too? Well, what can I do to be better?" Well, that's a big growth to do that. It's a big understanding, and you have some people that are like, oh, "I just like having excuses." They don't say that, but they say it with their actions. Like I got a student. that's had excuses after excuses. They don't want to give up, but they have reasons why they can't do it. And then something happens, right? Job cuts hours. Now they're like, I really need this to work. You're like, it could have worked any time, but you've chosen this excuse and this excuse and this excuse not to do the work. You've made that the priority, and that's what you put your energy on. And guess what? That's what the universe is going to give you. You're asking for problems because you're focused on them. Everybody that says I'm broke, I don't have enough money, they will never have it because that's what they're asking for. You command it. As opposed to, oh, I'm building up there. Hey, the cash flow's coming. It's going to be better soon. I just got to keep doing the work. The money's coming in. If they just said that versus I'm always broke, guess what's going to happen? The money's going to come in because what you focus on manifests itself. And then once they realize that the manifesting actually works, oh, that's a whole nother scary area of growth. Oh my gosh, this is actually real and I deserve it. And it's going to happen to me. That's a whole nother area of growth. And I'm just going to keep driving you guys on it. And you guys, we've had unbelievable hurdles thrown at us. Okay, they're not going to stop. We just don't focus on them. We focus on overcoming them and what we got to do to be better to go past it because that's how you get past it. If you focus on, oh, what was me? Oh, this is horrible. How did that happen? Oh, what did I do to deserve that? Well, then you're going to get more of it. And also, if you, I do a lot of self-reflection, and there's a trick I do. If I'm feeling bad for myself, and I don't say I won't. I mean, sometimes you get kicked in the teeth so hard and things that happen out of your control, right? Um, I've had some crazy things happen and out of my control, and they impact something else, right? It impacts other decisions, or we do an investment and it just backfires, and then because we're on the paperwork, we're liable for some debts, other like something like that happens, and you're like, what the heck, right? Like, and this is why that's a whole other tangent, but I always like, okay, I write down my woe is me and I read it and go, yeah, that's not who I want to be. What should I be saying instead? And I write it out differently, and that's what I focus on because I can't change what's happened, right? And in some cases, I got a situation and the FBI is involved, right? I'll just leave it there. And I pass it to them. I can't be woe is that. I've given all the stuff over. I hope they get the guys. I hope they figure it out. But I can't do anything more. So I just shut it out of my head, which is hard to do. But I've written it down like, okay, I'm gonna go focus on making more money and getting past it all, and I'll replace it with growth that's gonna be even bigger. Right? Every time I've been kicked down in life, and I've been kicked down. Like we all are, right? I just get up stronger. I find a way to be better and I use it to energy focus on where I want to go. Instead of like, woe is me, I'm going to empower that. I'm going to take that energy that was tossed at me because it's an understanding of energy too. If whatever negative freaking thing happened to you, that came with energy. That negative energy, universal, there's a law that there's going to be a positive rebound from that somewhere. Nothing just happens. There's a balance on everything. And once you understand that, life gets even more crazy or better, really, if you understand how to utilize it. So, like, there's all this negative stuff that happened to me here. I take that energy and I throw it into something better. Like, I take that as enrageous as it is and throw it somewhere else to come out of it better. I could use that same energy and just absorb it, but I rather transform it and move it somewhere else because I know it's there. I know that whatever created that positive energy, that's got to go somewhere. Someone's going to utilize it. And it's just like, when you give and receive. Every time you give, there's a receive. And if you don't receive it, someone else is going to get it. It's got to go somewhere. And you deserve it. But if you don't think you deserve it, it's going to go somewhere else to where it's got to be deserved. It can't just sit there, and it doesn't go in a holding bin for when you're ready for it. It's fluid. It's the same thing with money. When money's spent, somebody else is getting it, right? There's always a give and a take. And so if you're spending money, you should be doing something to be making money. You should be part of that process and that flow. And anytime you're just spending without it coming back, goods and services, like, yeah, you need that sweater. You buy the sweater. Okay. Well, if you're buying it out of cash flow that's positive versus credit, it's a different world, right? Like it's there, guys, all these things work. And I'm going to just, go into this like there's a way to show where this is at. And what I'm going to be drawing out here is the same thing as you get things going. You're creating positivity. And then once you create enough positivity, what do you do with that excess positivity to keep it going and growing? So it's doing something with that energy. It's not being absorbed somewhere else. And once you understand that concept, then you're going to be more and more closer to understanding how everything is designed to work here in the circular motion because it's all based on those facts of what I've realized those facts. So the circular way of building is really just taking that energy that you're creating and turning it into more positivity and just churning it, right? You're just churning that. That's what it is. And all marketing is the conveyance of an idea. And the more you convey the idea and the more people that buy in on the idea and they get into the idea, the more ideas you can share with them. It's the same thing. It's all circular. That's how SEO works. It's how everything in communication works. It's the same way that a popular television show. I mean, I don't. I mean, even the word television is becoming outdated, right? But even a popular, um, I mean, I don't want to say sitcom or episode or whatever you want to call it now. I don't even know what to even call it. It's not really television, right? It's digital production. Whatever content is popular is going to draw attention for marketing and product placement and all these things and drive on it. And if it's not popular, it's going to just phase out, right? So all those things are happening, but if you have something that's driving and it's gaining traction, it's going to gain more traction and it's going to create more opportunities and more responses and more positivity from that circular motion. The more people involved, the more energy, the more eyes on it, the more it's going to create. That's all we're in that same thing here. Everything we do is that. Everything. So so anyway, get your PBS anchor set up, then follow this session two, then following the session two training, I might reword this. Again, I'm gonna be finding a way to massage this and this go down, but I gotta, and I'll do a visual with it as well. Um, then once you have completed step one, Right. Now I want to spell this out even more because I mean, and this is what I've been doing with that stuff. And what I'm going to probably come here is I'm going to go into, I'm in the Roy 3 backup. I really should do it somewhere else, but I'm going to do it here just because I use this as a holding thing. I'm going to go Google Docs and I'm going to start just doing a graphic, right? So, for session two, graphics. I'll be have fun with it. I'm going to do, oh, it's a drawing, new drawing. This is kind of a cool tool we get. And then I always I do it this way, and I always look to like you know get a professional graphics person, or I'll use some AI on this one now because AI has been fun. Um, that's always the tricky part. Like, how do I spell this out right? I wanted that different shape. I think this is where I put this. Let's see how it looks. Did it again. I gotta do the shape. Wrong with the shape. So I got that spelled out. I'm gonna go back to this page. I already said that. Hold on. I think this is the stuff I wanted to like, how do you get it spelled out? How do you get it conveyed? And I work on like the images that this kind of just spell it out too, so they can see it spelled out in a flow chart, right? And and then I spell it all out here. So yeah, the whole idea is like we get making money, we build up, and then those that can do evolve right away, great. Those that can't do evolve fully right away, will build up to it. That it's your wealth thing. Most I keep and I don't forget it because I know it's there. Not everybody understands that you've got to build past your needed expenses before you can start building wealth. You can't build wealth if you can't make your bills, right? And you if you're making your bills, great. You want to have cash flow that's coming in so you can use that cash flow to live, increase your lifestyle, but also and get it to invest, get it working for you so it can be creating money while you sleep in addition to what we do. I mean, everything we do has just a great flow to it, but it's, not everybody understands where, you gotta map it out, right? If you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there. This is the map. And explaining this map is what we've been missing, right? And we just added the evolve thing, but I also want to make sure you guys understand that. I mean, we have other projects that we might add that are going to be incredible things too. And it's going to be the same process. Like, how do you balance it in? Now, I'm going to go over the thing with Evolve. Is like, yeah, we're finding properties, we're doing this thing in there, but that's not something that you're going to focus on the time that needs to focus on it. But if you're driving your cash flow and everything's going good and your teams are building, you have that resource of, hey, I can put an hour a day or 2 hours a week. I'm going to work Thursday on just reaching out to partnerships and get things going. The thing about like the Evolve property thing, and if everybody should be feeling, if you're not in it, you should be feeling absolutely like you're missing out. And that's good because you need to be saying, hey, what do I need to do to become part of that? What do I need to do to make that part of my growth strategies and wealth strategies? Because you guys were improving on things and we're doing it all together. When you have multiple people doing all the same thing and success together, it's just better. We're all going to be able to find better ways to do that. The resources we bring each other is what makes the community such a strong asset to everyone. We're gonna be figuring more and more ways to get the right connections for that. Like that business makes sense to anybody with real estate knowledge, but you still got to go execute on it. Well, we're going to teach each other how to execute and grow that, and yeah, you're going to want to participate in it. So I'm going to spell this out even more so. I got this all proven out, and I'm just going to put evolve. Let's put IBO. You will see this in step 4 if you have, and this is something available in the US only. I really can't say that, can I? Not for quitters, but it really isn't for quitters. Committed. I'll say it like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put evolve. I just want to make it clear, right? Right. So I'm just going to spill this out. I'm going to explain it in session two that there's more to go there. They're going to get to it just because they're going to know there's more. I mean, by the time they get into session two or step two, they're going to see the evolve stuff and we got to introduce it. So I'm going to spill all that out that's here. And then, and then in session two, and I'm going to go to that page actually. Let's see, duplicate, um, step four. And we got the Evolve preview, does a pretty good job. We just had another one on Wednesday that was great. I need to edit this page. I'm gonna do that right now with you guys on here because I saw that, we were, this is a lot to take in. So we're running everybody into the 2 day. And if you haven't gone to the 2 day, you should get set for the next one. Because if you don't have that knowledge, some of the stuff is going to be like kind of going over your head. Like, I don't understand what they're talking about. We really intend for every one of our students to go through a 2 day training on this. It's a lot to learn. And we cover all that. So let's see. Yeah, we'll figure this out a little bit more to see. I'll just go ahead and stress that. Um, all right. And this is the thing, right? We had I'm gonna stop the share for a second. I'm gonna come back. I actually drew that out faster than I thought I could. Um, you guys, the Evolve Real Estate Program is for some people coming in, that's going to be more than people can even totally understand. But we need them to just take the knowledge in and then market it because they don't need to spend anything to make money with Evolve as a lead generator. They're connected to it all, right? We guys, we are making money for getting people to the preview and for them buying the 2 day. And then after they buy the 2 day, if they go forward, fantastic. If they don't go forward yet, fantastic. They are connected to us in RRR247. And this is something I'm getting you guys ready for. Like I'm gonna be rolling this out and you guys are gonna see it. But everybody that goes into the evolve process, and that includes everybody that already has, you're gonna be tied into another admin. And this is where the courses and additional training are gonna be on that and some other freaking cool bonuses that I'm putting in there. But it's another way for us to grow team members from the real estate side in addition to what we're doing. It's another leg of marketing for us to grow our business. It's another leg of marketing. You guys, real estate is just a big area. All right. Food, shelter, clothing, entertainment. This is another big doorway, right? It's a huge door into our marketing house. And we're growing it right now. You guys have been part of it as we go through it. But when we bring in family members, I'm going to stress if they can't do the full evolve thing, great. Here's your carrot. Build your business up. Do the V marketing. Get your blog pages going. Build your income up each week to 500, to 1,000, to 2,000, to where you're like, okay, I'm covering my bills. Now I'm going to keep going, but I can now take on that, and you're going to be seeing everybody growing and learning and developing it along the way. It's an awesome situation. Now, we have different types of people that come in triple R. We have some that are coming here. They're like, "Hey, I want another business that looks great," and they've made great choices along their life. They've done good investments. They have funds and the means to grow in things that make sense for them. They're business opportunity minded people. They're going to jump right in that and get going. Everybody that sees it's like, yeah, this makes sense. I can see how this can work. Yeah, that's something I want to do. Great. It's not necessarily for everybody yet, right? But the exposure and education of it are amazing. I always put the analogy out like, I wanted a car since I can remember. I wanted my own car. But it's because I saw one. I drove in one. I went with my grandpa in one. I was around my uncle building up and restoring a freaking Mustang and getting involved in all that and that exposure. I knew how cars were driven before I drove a car. It wasn't like I just saw it for the first time and saw it. I went through this understanding and it was years. It's called ascension. It's ascension in education and marketing is education. So what we're doing is giving people an actually knowledge about something that most do not know about. Yet it's a big area. Like you guys, they've squashed the knowledge about real estate and real estate ownership and how things work. They don't teach it in school, folks. And up until communications have been more accessible because of the internet and because of training systems that have evolved digitally, right? It was really hard to pass this knowledge forward and do all this. And I'm gonna put this background out there for those that don't have it. If you wanted to learn how to make money in real estate, there's different avenues. And I wanna do a fun little thing here in a second. Linda, can I put you on the spot? Linda Horn.
Linda had to go, bud.
Oh, okay. She's a fun one to put on the spot. Okay, raise your hand if you have been a realtor. Current, in the past, you've been a real estate agent, a realtor, all right? Same term.
Cindy Wall down there.
Okay.
Kathy Harold.
Oh, I like all this. Nina Corbin. All right, let's
Can you raise your hand, Cindy?
all right, let's see.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I'm gonna do all right, so let me do this. Hold on. I've been dying to do this part actually. So Nina, Hortense, Alicia, Kathy. All right.
Trisha Ann is hiding over there on page 2 if she wants to raise hand also.
I'll grab Trisha should be in here. She's okay. Let me do my little thing. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. This might work. And if you're raising your hand, I need you on camera for this. I want to use you, but I need you on camera. If you don't want to be on camera, it's okay.
If you don't know how to raise your hand, look down below on the control panel. You'll see raise hand. You should see raise hand.
Okay, Joni. I'm just gonna hit the first ones that we can actually see them because we need to be on there. Joni, I have not met you before, but this is awesome. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 of us. I need one more that's on camera. So I got you, Hortense. I got you, Alicia. I'm gonna lower your hands. Joni, I got you as well. I got Trisha. Kathy, yeah, I'm just gonna put you guys. You guys will be on there too. It's okay. You guys can voice it. I don't have your. Yeah, I want the bodies on here, so we'll do that. I got 5. That's good. Oh, Carolyn McIntyre. Okay, I'll put you in here. You got to be sitting in front of the computer though. All right, Carolyn. I'm gonna. I don't. If you can sit in front of it, yeah. I need. This will give everybody a headache because you're walking around. You're good. Just watch it. Okay. I'm gonna lower your hand. I'm gonna start this. Okay. And we're gonna do a share screen stuff on here. But okay, you guys can all unmute and we can all talk and have a little panel discussion here. This isn't going to be long. Trisha and I talk all the time, and I'm just letting you guys know, she saw the Evolve thing and was like, that was the easiest no-brainer decision ever. Trisha, just talk about it for a second, then I want to go on the realtor side and real estate side.
Okay. Okay. You good? Because I was like, I'm not a realtor. But I have invested in residential properties, my husband and I, for many years, pre-COVID. And we were involved with the real estate networking group that did residential, and they were starting to go to, I'm going to say small multifamily, duplexes, small apartments. I also was involved a lot in the investment management side for them and did a lot of the fundraising and capital. So everything that Evolve talked about was just music to my ears. I saw the 2 day thing. I jumped in. I was on the first round of 2 days, and I signed up for the full program day one. I didn't even wait for the second day of the 2 day. They know what they're doing. When you're going through this, not just the education is the hardest part, but the funding. The fact that they have the funding and they're looking for people to take their money to do deals. And you don't have to put up any of your own funds in one of the deals. I mean, if you go all in like I did, you're paying to become one of the higher level members. But just doing one deal with them, it's going to pay back in tenfold. And I do love what they have put out now, that there's different levels of membership so that people have an opportunity to work up to that highest level of becoming a general partner, or GP is a term that they use with them. But it's just amazing. I can't stop talking about it. I went yesterday to a session, and I had 5 people in a public place saying, wait, what is this? What is this? I need to learn more about it. So to me, as a business person, as an accountant, as an investor, it really is a no-brainer. They have the experience, they have the history, they need us. That's the 2 really unusual things is they need us because they're not making money by sitting on all of that money from their hedge fund. And they have the funds and the know-how. So I'm very excited.
I tell you guys, like we already knew it was a perfect storm of an opportunity, and we've been, and I was gonna tell you guys before they taught all of this, like this, you guys, this is a timing thing. Be in the right place at the right time. This is the timing thing. This is another one of those. But you guys, for decades, I'm talking through the 80s, 90s, and even up through today, real estate training has been done mainly in big seminars. They sit you down for 2 solid days or a week. And then ongoing training, it's not an easy thing to learn. You can't learn it in 5 minutes. Okay. But people would spend 50,000, 100,000 just for education. And Tanya and I know this, like we've been part of this where they would come to these big shows, and maybe we do it in like Vegas, and they'd come out to Vegas and then they go do a bus tour to go show them exact type of opportunities and things to go on there. This is how people have been learning. You guys, what we have, and even the price point's ridiculous. Like it's underpriced so much. And I know Trisha was like, I can't believe that's what it is. But the thing about it is, guys, we don't have to do these seminar costs. We went online, we added it our way, and it became something we can make it more affordable to people, unlike anything in this realm has ever been done before. And that's a great opportunity. And yeah, guys, I mean, you're looking at like inflation and things going up, and yet we're under. This is just smart to be part of. We got a value point that's here that the rest of the world has been doing it up here. Like we are so under it's overvalued and underpriced compared to the rest of the world. That's a great spot to be in. Now it's like anything else we do, and you guys heard him say it. The reason why we can do like what we do with Triple R, we don't charge all these big fees to train people, is because we make money doing what we actually teach. We're not just teaching things that might work and good luck. We're involved in it. These guys are actually involved in it. They want you to find deals, and they want to go fund them for you, do all the negotiation. They're not just giving you education. They're educating you to be a good partner for them to build as a partner. That's why they call it GP. Like it's a whole, guys, this isn't how the world does it. Outside of this isn't how they do it. They just train you and then say, go get your deals. And that's how you put it through. And here's how you do the math. And congratulations, we've educated you on that. So let me tell you, this is how realtors business goes. Now, I've done a lot of lead generation for realtors. All right. And you guys, Linda Horn, one of our amazing MSIs, she has a background as a realtor. But you guys, I want to show you guys some numbers about real estate. For some reason, if people say, hey, I'm going to be a realtor, everybody's like, oh, Congratulations, we believe in you. They can make a lot of money, right? And what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a realtor. Now, the thing about a realtor, all right, it's very much like an attorney. Some do very, very well. Most do not. It's just what it is. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is every realtor on the planet understands the big money. It's kind of like they know what there's a lottery advantage. Like they can make a really big commission on the right things. And it looks like they can do, I can just work around, have a nice life and make big commissions on a few deals. I only need a few deals a year to make the money. I see why it's appeasing. But the thing about it is the ones that are making all the money are working their butts off. They're showing, they're listing, they're getting their name out there, they're networking. They are not sitting by and letting their business be a secret. The realtors that Tanya and I have always hung out with that did big deals, and they worked around the clock. Okay. And it comes down to that. Those with grit and those who put in there. But we're just going to go to chat GPT, and I want to show you guys some stuff there. But before I do that, I want some of our community members to sound off. So Alicia, you're unmuted. How long have you done real estate? What's your experience as a realtor?
Right out of college. I actually was a dual accounting and finance major, and I got my real estate license. I went to the University of Illinois, and I got my real estate license in Illinois, and I got recruited out of school to go work in Texas. So I ended up getting my finishing my CPA license in Texas, and didn't ever use my Illinois license, so I let it just go away. But then when I met my husband, he was a contractor, and I had two partners, and we invested in a couple houses and fixed them up and flipped them. This was back in the 80s. And so in the late 80s, early 90s. And so until the market crashed. And so that's what my exposure to working with real estate was. And my son he just left to go to San Diego for a commercial property internship, and he's having a great time out there. I just talked to him last night because I told him, don't go into residential. It's a lot more work than commercial. So he got into commercial. He's lucky he started going through school to these meetings with these commercial realtors at the yacht club in San Diego. And he met this guy, and he got an internship with him this summer. And we just flew him down there last week, and he's just starting right now. He goes to USD. And when I took this class, I was super excited for him because I realized what he's going to be getting into, and it's really a great opportunity for him. So, and he's really excited about it. He just got his California real estate license. So,
and
but I think
you said the L word. The thing that we get to do with the multifamily guys, you understand, we don't need licenses.
right.
But realtors, that this is the thing is, you guys, and this is, and I mad respect for the whole realtor side. I mean, it touches things. I mean, they have their job actually. They make it sound like it's easy to do that, but it's tough. It's not an easy job. On the list of the easiest jobs in the world, it doesn't even come on the list of 100. It's down, right? It just doesn't exist. But what I want to go over a perception on it is, a lot of people have done the real estate. They go get the licensing. They go out there. Most aren't making money from it. Like they got the education and they're not making money from it. But I'm going to bring this out there. Anybody with a real estate background, getting them to see this might be the way that you bring them into the team here, because they have knowledge of what can be. They've spent a lot of time in training. They've gone through all this stuff, and then they're going to be like, oh, it'll make more sense to them than somebody that doesn't have a real estate knowledge by far. And it's going to be like eye-opening. And I know you went to the 2-day, Alicia, right? And you
That
see
was
where
great.
that's at. But I wanted to show you guys some things. And the reason why I'm bringing them up is, and I want you guys to write this down because I didn't have time to get to it today, right? Making a blog page about it. Realtors need to see this to make money in real estate. And then putting facts about the realtor life and that we have a better way and they need to go see it, aiming them into our Evolve 2-day process. So become a community member and then go in is an angle all by itself. And you guys so let's just go look at chat. Our tent small and Joni. Right? Hortense, I know you've done real estate for a long time and the realtor side. Like, do you have some feedback to offer to this before I pull the stats up? You got to unmute first. Hortense, you're muted.
Yeah, I work in real estate office and I went for my license. So I did get some training in as a realtor, but I never done a transaction. So
You went to the training and there's a lot to it, right?
yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you guys this. If they've gone through that training, when you guys see the real numbers, I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna go to chat. Like, I'm just gonna go to chat and show you exactly what I find. Right, Joni, how about you?
Okay, now I'm unmuted. I couldn't get it to unmute from. I don't have direct real estate experience. However, I've done accounting and bookkeeping for realtors and contractors for 20 something years. So seeing the value of being able to make money no matter where you're at from this knowledge, this bank of opportunity, is just mind blowing and something that even my husband has been like pointing out potential deal, potential deal, potential deal, and we haven't even went to the 2 day class yet. Cash flow is just not allowing it at this moment, but we are already front loading.
I'm so glad you're on here because you see the value that I want everybody to understand. Just because you can't do it yet doesn't mean it comes out of your dreams of something to do. You just say, okay, I know that that's there. I'm gonna show up and get the training, get the knowledge. Okay, I know there's something here, and now and it should be a help to motivate you to do more of this so you can do that.
Yep.
That's what I wanted for this. You see, and I'm going to just speak this out. There's business-minded people that see opportunity and they grow. They already got past all this. And then there's everybody that's not into this, meaning you got to grow into things. Just because you can't do it means you're not doing the activities to allow you to do it. So let's do the activities that allow you to do it. And you're seeing that, and that makes me so freaking happy. And you guys, I'm gonna tell you something else about this. If you feel there's motivation to get you to do more, to build more, to get into this, then I won. If I found something to light you up, you guys, I keep talking about that 2x4 button that I don't get in my phone to wake you guys up and get you going. Well, if you can see the value and say, like, oh my gosh, there's more I can get out of this, good. That's as close to a 2x4 as I'm probably going to get.
Mhm.
Do you guys understand that if we weren't doing what we did to build this consistency all through marketing, we wouldn't have these opportunities. We wouldn't even have this as an opportunity. We created this opportunity because we're doing the work, right? We're building this incredible organization. The bigger we get, the more things are going to come our way. Have I not said that forever? Where's Niall, my sounding board? Niall, have I not been saying that since day one?
Absolutely. 100%.
They so it's 18 years later from when we started that we got this incredible real estate thing. Well, that's what it took, 18 years. So when I look at a new student that's in here for like 6 months and they're like, oh, this isn't going where I want it to go. I'm like, 6 months? You're not even, I mean, you're just getting wet. You're just like figuring this out. Let's get the patterns going. Let's get your life changing. It takes time to make positive pattern changes. Okay, let's go to chat. And I want to get to the B marketing stuff. I actually got done pretty good on time. But I wanted you guys to hear from a few other voices, and we'll get some other real estate. But I'll tell you guys this: going after realtors as a marketing thing and the keywords, yeah, watch what it does. And I got something to show you guys here in a second too. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go
Corey,
into.
let me add, it has been 18 years, but you and I have only been talking about it for 15. Unfortunately, it's perfected.
Well, I'm just talking about when we started, Triple R and where it was going, right? So, okay, so I'm Chat GPT 5's out, whatever. Great. Here we are. It means they changed their color to something. I got to go play with it again. But anyway, watch this. How many realtors? I always spelled realtors wrong.
EORS.
Watch. There's 1.4 million realtors as of January 2025. Now, this shows October 24, so kind of going down, but that's a pretty good number. Okay. Like, here's this one. The total number of individuals holding an active real estate license is over 3 million. Now, the reason why I want to bring this up is there's a lot of people that have been studying real estate, right? And to study and get your license in real estate isn't a 5-minute course. There's a lot of training. They've got all this knowledge. It's like they went and got a degree in real estate, and then are they making money from it? Let's look at it. I'm telling you, this is a gold mine to go market to. And we can bring, there's so much around the world. And yeah, like, let's get them in. They can be part of this community, part to network with. They get to do all the aspects that we have here and bring that in. Like, but you guys, realtors are almost always networkers, business minded. That's who you want to grow your team with. And while they may not be looking to make money online, this might be that door they come see, and then they see the community aspect of everything we do and they get involved. Like, I'm so excited about another doorway to bring people in outside of our other lead gen. It's another leg. Like, I can't. So let's go over this. What is the average income per year for a realtor in the US? Okay. So this is median sales agents, and you guys, these incomes are a little bit skewed, right? I'll tell you that because it's like, so they're not taking all their, right? It's like they're not taking all 3 million people with a license, right? So but you're seeing these incomes, all right? And I just want to bring this up there, okay? Let's look at their top. Here, it's a median income around 56K. Okay, let's go with that, right? Here's a real estate agents per year average. This is off ZipRecruiter data. We'll see. And there's another way for me to look at it, right? There's brokers. Okay, like remember, we're going after brokers too, right? Sales agents. That's what they're making. All right. Now, if I just pull up a calculator so you guys can just see it done. You guys see my calculator, right? Right? You see it? Okay. Let's just right. So let's just go at what's this? Real estate agents average 85,000 per year. Okay. The 25th percentile, 60,000, 77. Let me pull this up here. Like, so this is annual income in the US. All right. Now I know a lot of realtors that do very well, but most of them don't. It's like they're a realtor, but they do something else, or one of the wife's a realtor, and the husband has a full-time job. It's not as lucrative as people think it is. The perception on it's off. Like, if you didn't know different, you would think, oh, you're real estate. You make lots of money. Okay, this is it. Okay, no, watch this. Watch this. Just so you guys know, it's a sizable difference. There's just more money in marketing. Okay, and this is affiliate marketing. Okay. Which kind of is the only thing we can kind of put in there, like, put on there. But so we'll break it down, right? So let me go back to my calculator, go back up here. Hold on. There's a realtors like 90th percentile. Like, this is near the top. This is the top, right? So if we go the 25th ascendant, so we're 79.5. We probably got to go let's just look at the 56,000, right? Okay. Now, I'm not going to go into what a deal can make in the multifamily. If you went to the 2-day course, you saw it. Okay, and the more you get involved, it's there. It's way more money than being a realtor. because you're in a different aspect of real estate. I'll just leave it there. That's why, but let me just break this down on the calculator, right? We're going to divide it by 52 weeks in the year. Or is it 54? We'll go 52, whatever it is. It's $1,000 a week. Okay. Now they're out there showing houses, listing houses, doing all that work. Okay. In Triple R247, doing what we do, if you're actively building your V marketing, making 500 to 1,000 a week is very doable. And then as your team duplicates and grows, 2,000 a week and more, that drives your income. Then, as you're making more money than you need to live, you can start doing other things and spending a little bit of time in a real estate angle that's not being a realtor, but that's looking for those multifamily deals. And that's where we got to work smarter. And I'm going to bring up the lion part of me. I want to go in, and you know what? Corey and the 2 Day does a really good job of it. And guys, they all do it. If you talk with Dustin, he has people referring things to him. He's not out there doing the hard work. He's a lion in the industry where he's got stuff coming to him. That's what we got to do is we got to do everything we teach you to do in Triple R247 as a marketer. Look at it as a marketer. Don't go do the hard work and long hours. Work smart. Right? Work smart. All right, so this is why when someone says I can't do both, Rory, I can't do triple R and do this, you're like, you don't get it. If you want to succeed, you got to work smart. All these realtors, and they're out grinding and grinding. You only have so many hours in the day. It becomes linear income. They can only show so many homes in a day. They can only list so many homes in a day. It's linear income. Everything I hope I teach you guys is how to be smart, how to build with leverage, how to use your team effectively, to not do the hard work, but to work smart. Yes, work hard, but work smart so you get your time to leverage for you too. Time and money, right? You got to get it to leverage. You want time and financial freedom? You better learn how to be smart with it. Get it to leverage it. If you do anything linear, and that's what I wanted to point out, that's what this is linear. Okay, so Rory, I'm going to give you an example. Rory will show me how to do an example. Ready? Okay. I'm going to go to my hero post. You guys, and that content 360, I need to go play with that too. Oh, hold on a second. I got to log into it separately anyway. I don't want to get this banned for one reason. Hold on. Put the wrong link in. Let me do this. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm going to show you something. Proceed. Am I in already? Okay, here's hero post. Okay, and I created something this morning. Right, you guys see this? I'm posting everything, and then I'll just tell you guys this. I hope everybody was on the Bella Vita call last night. Like, there's a lot coming. I'm gonna spend time on Monday to go over it, but today, getting everybody in the direction I'm doing on session 2 was even more important than what happened last night. We guys, the AM/PM, all the new branding, all the new products, the new version stuff, it's freaking exciting. You see what's in there, and we're going to be marketing that out there. We're going to need to be doing a lot of pages to explain it. The AM/PM, I'll talk about it. Like, I'm going to talk about it on Monday. Like, I'm blown away with stuff, and we got to cover it. All right, and we're going to be making pages, and we're going to be doing more stuff. It's all going to happen. So Monday night on the Bella Vita training, I'm going to focus on that. Right, I didn't want to focus on it today and Monday because we have so much going on. Prioritized. So, and that's super important stuff. But I'm going to come here. I'm going to do a new post. I'm going to upload media. And I'm going to go into the PBS files, right? This is the shared files you guys all have. And I'm going to go to Evolve Real Estate. And then I make this Brokers DM folder. And then I have this. And I don't know how this is going to look on this post. I'm going to have to do it differently.
Hello.
See if I can edit my image on here. See if I can edit. Oh, I don't know how to edit this. So I put this one here. This would be good to do a post like in
Hi.
this would be a good one to do as
I wired it to her and I sent her a text with the information, but she's never answered me or anything. So
I need to mute whoever that was. Let's see.
I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So on I got this image to post. I want it and I just did this today, so I need to make it a little bit shorter. I'll go to chat and I'm just gonna go I'll see if I can do a smaller one. But I'm gonna go to Facebook. I'm gonna go to my own personal Facebook, right? Let me log into that one. I'm gonna go to photo video, and I'm just gonna ask for a DM, right? And this is the place to put it. And I also want to put it some other places. Okay. And the guys, we can all use this, right? We have a huge fund looking to buy multifamily properties. I want brokers. Now I have friends that I've known for years. They're in real estate and they're brokers, and they want to make money. They don't make money unless they're selling property. So I'll just put this out there. I'll just put hey all, wanted you to know. Okay, I'm putting that out there just kind of off the cuff. Um, Okay. I put my little stuff out there. I put this out there, right? And I'm doing this, and it's going to be a curious thing for everybody else. But you guys, I'm going to put this out there, and people are like, "What is Rory doing now?" Right? But I still cover this, right? And then I'm still going to be pushing out the Bella Vita, the health and nutrition, but it's also like, oh yeah, we also have this in our marketing. And you guys, brokers, they're out there trying to find people to get those deals all the time, but they don't have a leverage system. They don't have the power of the technology that we have with a community like this. So this is the one thing that you guys need to understand is the opportunity is so big for us because of who and what we are. Right? And if we all do what this is meant to do, we all go expand this out there. We all go and just let people know this is part of what we have, and we network and get a couple of brokers. We're that lion getting people that are gonna run in the right direction into our marketing house. I don't need to go pound on doors. I just get to announce to people is there. And guys, we get to say things that no one else gets to say. We have a huge fund looking to buy multifamily properties. Not like an investor looking to find the right one deal. I can only do one deal right now. No, if it's the right deal, we'll do them all. No one else can say that, by the way. They're getting timing, opportunity because we created it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just post it. This is gonna be let's put this on here. I'm gonna share it to a couple of groups. Which groups I'm gonna share it to? This one here is an interesting one that I signed up in a long time ago. Like you guys, I showed you guys, I go sign up in groups and do whatever. I need some more real estate ones. Let's see. Some of them I just sign up because they have so many people in it, right? Um, put in that one. They might not let it go through. We'll see. I'll go to my lead marketplace. Does it let me do any more? It is, huh? Let's see. I saw one I wanted. It's my boat one. Hold on. Those, um, they may not post it on there, but they're all money people over there. Let's see. Business Builder Show. That's a small one. I'll post in that one now. Let's see. Okay, I got 7. I'm gonna go ahead and post. And then I'm gonna watch my DMs, and I promise you they'll light up. It'll make me busy, and not that I need to be more busy. There it is. And you guys, all of us can do the same post. Uh, that's one thing I'm gonna do. That's me being a lion. I just went up on the top of the hill and went. "Roar." That's it. That's what I just did right there. Right? And now I want to get a different version for Instagram because there we go. Download, pull this up, resize it, 800, save. Right here, you guys are all going to get access to it. I'm going to go .2 on that one. Minimize this. I'm going to go to my hero post, close, click on that again to get the other one. See if that's better. Nah, it didn't, did it? Let's see. Hold on. All right, I gotta do it again. Keeping the size. I gotta say that same message. And then you guys, I got a program. Let's see if I have to hold on. I got a program that I do in. I'm gonna full blow this up this weekend. Let me see. Is it logged in? Okay, I got a lot of work I'm gonna do on this one. Let's see. Okay, I'll modify this a little bit. Have chat create that image, and then I'm gonna launch that on Instagram and just create a lot of chaos. Now, what do I have a lot of chaos? Well, I've been building my Instagram up, and but even if you only got a few, it doesn't it only takes one contact to make this work. One real estate broker could have that one or two deals you're looking for. The thing about the Evolve real estate program is it's if you get one deal a year, it's a win. You get one a month, it's great, but let's be smart about it. Let's utilize the marketing we're doing. Right? Let's go create those contacts that you can do a really good job on and service it right and learn how to do that. You guys, the people side of the business, what we call the build relationship and trust aspect is so valuable, especially in bigger deals like this. You guys, when there's a lot of money involved, you need to communicate better. And that's what we get to teach people. We get to teach people foundational understanding as we build the whole triple R247. It's all connected. It's all connected. We can give people the understanding, knowledge, know-how, and then we provide all these programs that bring the capital behind it all. You guys, you understand what we have? All right, I'm hoping this image is. I'm hoping this is the one. I wanted to complete this today. By the way, my real estate. While this is going on, guys, I'll come here really quick. The I want to trash that. Delete. I'll put that in there. All these posts I've been putting out there, these are all those memes we have. You guys, I'm getting massive action, clicks, everything. And when somebody comes in to your vortex as a community member and you also see that they're in Evolve, let the Evolve process work, right? We're getting them into that thing, but you want to reach out to them, DRT them, and see if they want to be part of the community, show them what the Triple R system's about, and if there's all about interested in Evolve, send them to the process to get into the 2 day. And I do not care if you're talking to somebody and you're saying, hey, let's just get you to be part of the community here. Let's walk you through some more stuff. We'll talk about it later, but you can start with Evolve. You can send them to step 4. If they're in your vortex, they're in your vortex, they're tied to Triple R247. Even though they haven't got a PBS and they haven't jumped all the way in, they're connected as a community member. You can take them to step 4 and say, oh, we have a lot of things in this community, but this is the Evolve thing that you should go to. And there's that presentation form right there. They watch that presentation, say, go to the 2-day. This thing's amazing. You will make more money by doing it that way than the natural process. So if you get to talk to them, send them that way. If they just go the course and register and show up, you're still going to get paid, but nothing's as good as high touch. And if we're creating the lead, we want to do the high touch. Now, if they avoid you, they don't want to talk to you, they want to go that way, oh well. But don't be shocked when that you reach out to them and they want to get going. Like, hey, I have so many coming in, I can't keep up with them. I'm going to have to start getting help. I'm that lion, right? I'm up there and I'm roaring, I'm putting this stuff out there. I don't go chase the leads. I go do something to create them to come to us. Or I find the watering hole they're going to go to and I go buy the watering hole. That's what we do. That's what true marketing has to happen. We're not chasing people, forcing things in their inbox, throwing things in front of them in places like everybody thinks they got to do. No, we go put ourselves in places where they're looking for what we have. So we get targeted people. And then I go and I roar and drive the right type of people to the right type of activity. That's what we're doing. Right. And granted, we do a lot of it for you because we just figured out how to do it in mass, right? That's what V marketing is about. But we still got to reach out to high touch, but we're finding the right people. We've already done the roaring to get them there. Let's see if that's done. Let's see. Oops. It kind of works. I'll go ahead and put this in there. Resize. I'm gonna go 800. Save it. It's fine for now. And we all can use it general, right? All can use it. And I want a personal thing. If I only get one broker to reach out to me, I won. Right? I won. What am I doing? Right? And so I'm gonna come and I got that. Let me go back to this. I got another thing I gotta do. I'm gonna upload the media now. I'm gonna go here and get the third one to see how it looks. You can still test this, and if this works really well, you bet it's gonna come out in our memes. I'll get even better ones. I'll get something that we all can be pushing out there. But this is how I'm testing, right? All right, so that's there. I'm gonna update it across all of them, and then I'm just gonna put. Okay, and I'm gonna say DM me. Um, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put that in my comment because the comment can be kind of big on this one, right? I'm going to hit update. And then you guys, it's a similar thing. I'm going to go to Instagram. I'll put that there too. LinkedIn. LinkedIn will probably be a really fun one for this. We'll see. I know, okay, that's X. That's Pinterest. All right. And I'm going to schedule it. Right. Actually, I'm just going to put it out right now. Okay, boom. It's out on Instagram. It's on the Rory stuff. Um, Now when it's done, I'm gonna schedule some more. Okay. Now here's the thing, right? I see where this is happening. We see how this is gonna grow, but I'm not stopping all my other marketing that allowed this to happen. You guys, what do you think we're gonna get in the future? More freaking amazing timing deals. Like like I don't ever go put all my eggs in one basket. I don't ever go jump and say, I'm just going to focus on this. No, I focus on the process. My career as a marketer is I do a process that markets things. I don't market one thing. I'm not putting all my eggs and all my family's needs in one thing. I'm going to get money and stuff going and then add things to it and add things that are all done in the circular way of things. So I'm working smarter, not necessarily harder. I only have so many hours in the day. What do I do with it to generate it? This isn't taking that long. I push this out there. It's also going to drive more attention, help build the views. I would send them to a special page, but this one, nah, they can DM me, right? They can DM me. I don't want to get a broker. Like I'm gonna go that broker way. Now, any broker that saw that program is gonna be like, yeah, this is what I need, right? I can go out and like they get the deals, but we have such a timing on this. And if you have FOMO and you can't do it yet, go work, build your income up, do the V marketing so you can do everything. You know, those that get to take advantage of opportunities are those that got themselves ready to take advantage of those opportunities. So if you're not ready, well, great. Let's get ready so you don't miss the next one. Let's get ready so you can take advantage of this one. I can't stress it enough. Right now I'm gonna go up here. Not that one. Where's my, oh, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate. I'm gonna schedule it. I put that one on the 9th. I'm gonna go on the 12th. And I'll go at the same time. That's fine. I'm not even sure how I feel about that timing thing. There's that one. August 9th. There's another one I'm going to duplicate again. I'll go the 21st. All right, and I'll see how these respond before I put too many more. I just put 3 out. And all those places, that's good. I mean, I don't know how many people I can even talk to today anyway with everything that's going on, but I just did all that. All right. What did I do on Saturday to go help? I just went to the top of the mountain and roared. Right? That's what I did. I did. Okay. So now I'm going to stop this share. Everybody that's on, thanks for being on the panel for a second, guys. That was quick. Right? And it's something I can put out there constantly. I can put on there. It's just it's just the same stuff we're doing, right? For that page. Now, that's when I didn't, because I'm looking for brokers. I'm not going to send to a page yet. I don't have a page for a broker. Now, when I do, and I prove that out, then that's another angle we'll go. I know if I can get one broker to work with, that's it. Guys, I know this. Odds are, if I was to bet on Rory, I would bet Rory's going to find a way to get a hold of so many brokers, I'm going to have to pass them around. Because that's what I do. I find that target audience and go blow it up. Do you know how many brokers there are? A lot. I'll ask chat and I'll go find them. I'll find the way to market and bring the brokers in. Because I don't look to do marketing like to find one thing. I want to find one group of things so I can massively move it. Same effort, really. It's just that understanding, right? So I'm going to tell you guys this. Do you not think that I didn't have a full vision on where this was going to go when we added this? Do you think I just added it on a whim? Like, oh, I want to see what this does. I already saw what I wanted to do and how I could embrace the community here and add more. Sure, we're all going to have to be trained on how to do it. We're all going to have to get that knowledge. Yeah, great. That's all provided in this, and we're going to provide all that. There's a whole world to reach with this. Let's go reach it. And I already had in my mind, like, well, I'm going to go market for this. I'm going to go after this. I'm going to go after this. I'm going to go after this. I'm going to bring this in there. All those things that I do, always more than I can handle by myself. It's my God-given gift. I know how to market and bring the numbers in. We had to build a community to help share this to make the world a better place. This is just more of the same. And I guess I keep realizing you guys don't have my brain to tap into, and I wish I could. I wish I could just share this with everybody. But that's why we have these trainings. We talk about don't miss a Tuesday, don't miss a Saturday. You guys, these look at all, we have a lot of students, thousands of them that didn't tune in to all these changes because they're missing out. But that's what happens when you're not in a training pattern of being in the right place at the right time to get the training, to get the opportunities. All right, I'm going to turn this off. YouTube, if you're on YouTube.